Good morning again, everyone. This is Charles Heyward from the great state of Maryland, calling in here on the Masters of Mind call on a wonderful, wonderful day. I want to wish everyone a happy Martin Luther King Day, the day where we get together and really celebrate the dream of where this country has come. Such a long way this country has come. Of course, we have very far to go, but we definitely want to celebrate the successes that we've had as a country and as a people. So happy Martin Luther King Day to everyone. Enjoy the day off if the job has not called you in today. Enjoy the day off. But, of course, we are business people here. So I want to encourage everyone on this particular day here, don't just celebrate the dream. I want you to make sure that you're making some steps to make your dream a reality as well. We as entrepreneurs, we don't get a day off. At least you shouldn't. You should always be taking a step forward in your business and making sure that you are successful as you can possibly be. So this morning, with that in mind, I wanted to talk about goals. Again, we've been talking about goals really since the turn of the new year. We all set our goals just before, January 1st. And some of us set some good goals. Some of us set some goals that were high. And wanted to kind of go over the criteria that you want to think about when creating your goal. A lot of people will make a goal and maybe they don't reach that goal and they get depressed. They get down on themselves a little bit, and I don't want you to do that. If you don't reach a goal, all it simply means is that you may need to readjust. Maybe you need to change some things to make yourself better to be able to reach that goal. Don't use not reaching the goal as a condemnation point for yourself. Just allow it to let you know that there's something you need to work on. That's really all that it means, that there's something that you need to work on. Of course, we don't necessarily want you to fail in your goal. So let's talk about some aspects of your goal so that you do have to stretch, so that you do have to reach, but at the same time, it gives you some encouragement. It gets you excited in the morning when you wake up to know that you're running after that goal. Your goals should be smart. We should be making smart goals when we set them up for ourselves. If you're on the back line, if you would just mute yourself out, press that *6 button. Okay, awesome, thank you. So we want to be making some SMART goals. S-M-A-R-T, SMART. And that is an acronym, of course, and you may have heard this acronym before. Maybe you haven't, but I wanted to run through it for us this morning so we know exactly what it is that we need to be doing. First, your goal should be specific, okay? It should be very, very specific. A lot of people will set goals and it's not very specific. Oh, well, I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight do you want to lose? I want a new car. Well, what kind of car, do you want? It's not enough just to have a general goal. You want something that you're going to be able to visualize. I'll tell you, me for myself, the new car that I'm thinking about, ladies and gentlemen, I want a Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG. Okay, it's a beautiful car. Let me tell you, my new car, my new Mercedes, my new S63, it's going to be black exterior, pitch black. Okay, it's going to have peanut butter interior. A 20% tint on the windows with the AMG kit. Oh man, I close my eyes and I can see the car right now. When you turn, the seat hugs you a little bit and make sure you stays in place. When you come to the stoplight and you hit the brake, ladies, gentlemen, the engine stops. The engine stops when the car stops, and then when you press the gas, the engine cuts back on again, so you can start to move again. I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice. I'm excited because I can see that car. I've gone to see it. I've test driven this car. I know what it looks like. I can see my hands on the steering wheel. So the goal is very, very specific, and I want you to keep that in mind. Make your goal very, very specific, so specific that you can actually visualize the goal. You can see it when you close your eyes, all right? And if you can't see it, go visit that dream. Go see it so that you can begin to visualize it. Remember, our belief is going to be affected by the things and the pictures that we put in our minds. So if you can't see it, go visit it. Find a magazine and cut a picture out and put it up somewhere so that you can see it every morning. So, again, make that dream very, very specific enough for you to visualize. The M in SMART, it means measurable. The goal should be measurable. You should be able to set some steps to know how close it is that you're getting to the goal, to be able to verify that you are indeed moving forward towards that goal. Again, we go back to some of the examples, maybe you want to lose some weight this year, Well, if you don't make that goal specific, you won't be able to measure it. So maybe it's, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. So now you can measure it, all right? This week I lost 2 pounds, so I know I'm progressing towards my goal. When you're able to measure and take those small points along the way to verify that you're moving in the right direction, it's going to excite you. It's going to create some emotion and some feelings that are going to keep you moving towards that goal. The A stands for attainable or achievable. You want to be able to achieve your goal. Now, make sure you hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying to make a low goal. I want you to stretch yourself. You absolutely must stretch yourself. You do want to become better in the process of obtaining your goal. So even though I want it to be obtainable and achievable, you should still stretch yourself. If you know that you can lose 20 pounds, you've done it before, but you probably need to lose 50 pounds, well, let's stretch a little bit. And instead of making the low benchmark, maybe say, I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose 35 pounds. Whatever it is, make sure it's achievable. I want to make, I want to make $100,000 this year. Maybe you've never earned $100,000 in a year, but it's a very achievable goal. People do it all the time. So make sure that the goal is achievable. You don't want to go out and say, well, I want to be a billionaire next year. Well, you know what? It's probably not achievable. It's not achievable. Which really moves us right into the R. It should be realistic. Being a billionaire next year, it just really isn't that realistic. If you put that dream so far out there that it's not realistic, then it's going to be very hard for you to believe that dream can be accomplished. If you don't believe that dream can be accomplished, then you won't put the actions forth that are necessary for you to obtain that dream. So let's be realistic. I could say, you know what? Next year, I want to be the starting quarterback for an NFL Super Bowl winning team. It's probably not very realistic. I haven't played football in probably 20 years, since high school. So it's probably not real. So let's be realistic with our goals. Again, I'm not telling you not to stretch. I want you to stretch, but be realistic. I want 100,000. Maybe I want to, instead of being an NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback, maybe I want to be a quarterback, for the local, amateur flag football league. I want to be a star. I want to be the quarterback that wins a championship for them next year. So let's make it realistic. Don't go overboard with the goal. Let's make sure that it's within the realm of reasonability, okay? And then lastly, it should be time-bound. You've heard with all the examples, I've always put a time on it. And Mr. M on ETA talks about this all the time, all of the gurus talk about this all the time. Mr. Buzz talks about this all the time. You want to put a time limit on your goal. It's not enough to say, I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to make $100,000. You know what? I want to make $100,000 this year. By December 31st, 2014, I want to make I want to earn $100,000 this year. By December 31st, I will have earned and put into my bank account $100,000. So you want this goal to be time bound. You want an endpoint to when you say, you know what, by this point, I will have it. And then again, it will make all of those other aspects you'll be able to put inside of that time. You'll be very specific on the measuring sticks and the places that you need to be along the way in order for that goal to be achievable, because it is realistic given the time frame that you set your goal in. So let's make our goals SMART this year, ladies and gentlemen. S-M-A-R-T, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Let's be smart with our goals. Let's go out and achieve those goals this year. I want to thank everyone again for joining the Masters of Mind call this morning. Again, happy Martin Luther King Day. Make sure you celebrate the dream. This country has come so far, and I'm just so happy and grateful that we are living in the greatest country in the world. Remember, it's not what happens to you that determines your destination, but how you respond to what happens to you. I wish you all a wonderful day, an absolutely fabulous week. God bless, and let's take charge.